begin with bringing in a spacer. So go to the structure folder, locate the spacer, bring 2 of these in, then choose place, go to the motion folder, locate the shaft collar, and again bring 2 of these in, and then last but not least, choose place. We're going to locate a small 12 tooth gear, open this up, and again bring 2 of these in. Now you'll notice the way I've arranged these is in the order we'll assemble them onto this shaft here. So let's begin with a simple constraint onto the flat surface, and then again we're going to choose to constrain the center line to the center line of something on the axes. With the first one in place, it's now just a repeating process. Once we place the first 3 parts in, so the washer, then the gear, then the collar, we're going to then constrain the next collar, and we're going to leave a gap. So what we'll do first of all is we'll mate these 2 surfaces, and we'll leave an offset of 10 millimeters. And then again what we'll do is we'll constrain the center line to the center line here, and what we can do is we can adjust that distance later on if it doesn't seem quite right. Let's continue with our constraining, and once all the parts are in place, we can now just review and inspect that and just make sure it looks correct. Our next task is to bring in a single collar. We're going to rotate the metal round. What we're going to do is constrain the flat surface to the metal, and what we're going to do this time is we're going to constrain the center line of the collar to the center line of the hole, and select OK. This has now fitted the collar in place. Our next task is to place another shaft, again 4 inches, and bring this one in. And in this instance we're going to choose the constrain option, rotate round, and we're going to match the top edge of the shaft to the top edge of the collar and make sure that they sit in line with one another. And then we're just going to leave this loose for now, and then we'll add further constraints to it later on. So what we're now going to do is fit a bearing onto here and then fit the metal on. So let's go place. We're going to locate a flat bearing and bring 2 of these in and select OK. And again what we're going to do is first of all constrain the flat surface here onto this flat surface here. Select OK. And we're also going to constrain the center and the center there. Select OK. This will still spin around, but for now this is constrained sufficiently. Let's now repeat this up here. This time we're going to constrain the flat surface here to be to this flat here. I'm going to sit these side by side, so these are now lined up. And what we're going to do again is we're going to make sure that the constraint for the center line here is matched to the center line of this collar here, like so. What we can now do is place the second part of the metal. So if we go to the structure folder, locate another 15 hole and bring this in. We're going to constrain this surface to this surface here. Select OK. We're going to constrain this edge here to this edge here, and just make sure that it's sat as an alignment. Select OK. And then last but not least, we're going to select the top edge here and the top edge of this metal here, and again choose to align. Select OK. Now what should have happened here is that these 2 pieces of metal now sit parallel to one another. So let's get a better look at this. And what we have still is 2 bearings that will spin round, and we're now going to choose to use the eye mates to just lock these in place, and then click those into place like so. So we should now have a full tower assembly. Currently this bar will still move freely around, but that's not a problem at all. And this tower is now ready to save, so let's just save that now, and we'll give it a suitable assembly name. So we'll call it assembly 2 to couple with our assembly 1. Select yes all and select OK.